Hello and welcome to my special edition of SeggiePants Plants. That's a crossover edition of SeggiePants Builds, and we are going to try and make a self-watering container for our pink cosmos we've been growing. So what ingredients do we need? We're going to be using an orange juice bottle. Normally you'd use a soda pop bottle. That would work a lot better, but I don't have one. So we're going to try this. If it doesn't work, it's probably this one's fault. We're going to need some sort of cloth or thread. In this case, I'll be using some yarn. I'm going to be using some packing tape. I'd actually rather be using duct tape, but it's what I have on hand. You'll need some scissors. You'll need some dirt to put in it. And of course, you'll need water. Let's get started. Here's our orange juice container, and basically what we're going to do is chop it in half. And then we're going to turn it upside down and fit it into the bottom. And then there'll be threads in the bottom coming up through the top where the dirt is. And the threads at the bottom will leach up the water. We'll put it in there, into the top where there'll be dirt. And it should automatically just take what it needs until the threads are saturated. And then just every now and then we'll have to water it a bit. So the first thing we're going to want to do is make it so that this can kind of sit on a ledge here. We may actually have to fuss with some things to make it fit within. But I'm going to use some packing tape. And I'm going to make a little ledge in the middle. Not sure if this is actually necessary yet. Kind of winging it. There, that's probably good enough. So now we're going to want to cut a hole. Here's where we'll put the water. Here's where we'll put the plants and dirt. We do have a pre-drilled hole here, but I may drill something else. Because, or maybe not. We'll see. Still figuring it out. Maybe this is okay the way it is. That's about how it'll fit in. But I still want some more around that edge. Okay, I'm back. I've got it all threaded out. So if you see on the top, 1, 2, 3, and 4 of these. And if you see on the bottom, also have 4. Now I should note that you can use scraps of cloth. That might actually work better. Just make sure it's something like cotton or wool and not polyester, because you want it to soak up water. You also don't want to use basic thread, because you want this to soak up water. What we're going to do next is fill this with dirt, and we'll try and spread these around as we go so that it's all over in the dirt, so it's bringing water everywhere in the dirt. And then after that we'll transplant some pink cosmos in it, fill this with water, and of course put the threads of that just down in here in a big old blob. Maybe we'll just set it up right now. That way you have more surface area to collect the water. And it'll basically look like that when you're done, except for full of dirt and flowers. Let's get these threads kind of spread out a bit. I've got them all kind of here and there and everywhere, don't I? Okay, so the idea is that the root should find these things and wiggle around and catch on to these threads. Now comes the dirt. This isn't actually just plain old dirt, it's seed starting mix. So here we go. Yeah, I'm making a bit of a mess. And I think I'm just gonna rotate these around a bit as I go. Kind of make some interesting patterns or something. And once you fill it up with water, this is going to sink down a bit, or at least it should. Let me go get some water. I'm just going to fill it up best I can. It's not exactly, oh, a great setup here. Oh, I'm making such a mess. Really should have got a measuring cup, huh? Cup number 2. Well, I think I'm probably going to have to throw this backdrop away. But it's only poster board, so. And I can kind of hear it draining into the storage area, which I suppose is not a bad thing. Cup 3. Such a mess, Mr. Pants. Mr. SeggiePants, that is. Let's see. Yep. Probably see that draining on down. That's quite a bit. Let's try one more cup and call it good. What we're going to do is get our pink cosmos. Hopefully there's enough water to hold them in there. Here's our pink cosmos. See how they're growing to the roof? I think I showed you that in a previous update. Here they are. Have about 4 of them. That's pretty good. So what we're going to do, drill down a bit. 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe we'll move them again when the time's right. Ooh, looks like this is not as stable as I'd like. Something to note. So let's see if we can get this one out in one blob. Hey, we're lucky. So we'll just stick them down in there. Okay, there's one. I'm breaking him. He may not survive now. Wow, I think I just killed off his roots. See? Killed him off. The other one had a nice chunk of dirt. This one, not so much. We'll just plop him in there. Hope he survives. Scooped right up. I was expecting that. This coconut coir stuff ought to be rather good at that. Okay, one more to go. This one had a little kink in it, but I think we'll be okay. So really what you wanted to do was soak this thing through and then never have to water it on top ever again. That's the idea. I'll do one more cup and then I'm going to call it good. I'll let you know if they survive or not. I may have killed them all. But hey, it was cheap. So I'm going to probably stick this on the patio. Hopefully they won't freeze too. Maybe I'll bring them in at night. Kind of trying to glue them in by wetting water around them. Also trying to make sure they don't get, soaked in, or pulled under. This one kind of looks like it wants to get sucked in. And, oh, I just made a giant mess. Well, on that note, hope you enjoyed this episode. Rate, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.